And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and generally G'day from Down Under. My name is Ozzy Stern, a country Victorian gamer of Star Wars Armada, Star Wars Legion, Flames of War, Battletech, Dystopian Age, Wild West Exodus, and many other games. Too many for me to actually do half the time. Today, like I have stated, it is going to be released around Christmas time, and this will be my last video for 2022. So I wanted to show you my year in review for Star Wars Legion, show you what I've done and what I plan to do coming up in the future of 2023, including purchases and some of my own predictions of what I think may come out in the new year by Atomic. So just showing off where I'm up to. As you can see, I've got almost all my Legion stuff on the table here in a small display. Most of it is here. There's one or two that are still over drying on my painting table at the moment, but going through them all, starting off with, I've got my leaders. I've got General Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Leia, and a generic rebel officer. All of these are my commanders that I'll be using in games for the moment. I do plan to potentially get some more, but right now they are my main ones, and I'll discuss that in a minute. My operatives, I have theoretically only one in the form of Chewie. I do have the model of R2-D2, but I do not have any cards for him yet. I'll be hopefully sourcing one out in the next year or two. A set of specialists with the Comtech 2 R5s and medical droid. My 3 Rebel Trooper units with their both heavy weapons, and the second, the extra trooper choice. With my 4th core unit, I painted them slightly different so that they would represent some veterans, and added a medium repeater blaster as well as a sniper, but I still have the 2 heavy gunners just in case I ever wanted to use this unit as a core choice again. My 2 AT-RTs, and my just finished unit of Pathfinders. Now to that, a couple of months ago at Ozpacks, I managed to purchase a Clan Ren box. So I've painted up a small strike team of 3 as Clan Ren. Another 3 over here as the Night Owls, as well as 1 Beskar Duelist in slightly different colour scheme. I've also painted a X-34 Landspeeder removing the human head and replacing it with a Rhodian head from the gunner, and also putting on a Sabine Wren Firebird. Originally it was a transfer and it didn't quite work out well, so I had to repaint it a bit more. Came out okay. I also have worked on and have done some wheat fields, or some sort of grain, a couple of them. The shield generator, the Tory arch, or the settlement arch, and a building, central processing building. All of them have been fun to do. Haven't had too much problems with any of the models, whether they've been official Fantasy Flight Games AMG models or Garfi Games models. Either way, both have been fantastic to work with and paint. I have really enjoyed doing Star Wars. But there is still a bit more to do. So at the moment, for myself, I've only got the two models, the Biston and Power for the Pathfinders, that are still drying over on my table to complete. I have another model of a Pathfinder holding on to a Shore Trooper, which I'm painting up at the moment, which will be for any missions where I have to capture a person. Next year, I'm hoping to purchase a few things. Looking at what I've got and what I could potentially purchase, there's a few that are obvious holes. One is I've got Clan Wren, but I don't have any Sabine. I'd like to get Sabine. I think that it's going to be a very interesting model to paint, very hard model to paint, but it's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy doing. This will give me a third operative. I also want to get a C-3PO. R2-D2 just on his own is okay, but I think getting C-3PO is going to be a nice sort of homage. I also want to get Lando, not so much as a commander, but more so to complete the set of all the models from the film, the original films. Obviously, if they come out with a old Ben, that will be interesting as well. Now that we've had the Kenobi series come out, it may be interesting to see if AMG will produce a Rebel era Kenobi of some description. I'm also looking to potentially purchase one or two of the Rebel Trooper upgrades. This will give me enough extra models to create a fourth core unit without needing to disturb the veterans, but also it'll mean that I can take the two heavy gunners from this unit and repaint them back into a standard unit. Beyond that, I think I possibly might purchase a T-47 or some sort of large shuttle. More so for a dynamic image rather than actual gameplay, because I think I'll use the X-34 more so. It's a little bit cheaper. I want to look at purchasing 2 or 3 more of these types of buildings from Miniature Scenery, as well as a crashed fighter from Miniature Scenery, which would be great. I also think that I will look at purchasing maybe some storage solutions for my Star Wars Legions, namely something from Battle Foam from over in the US, maybe a molder set, not sure yet. I'll have to keep an eye out and save up the pretty pennies for that. But that's pretty much it for purchases. In terms of predictions for next year, well, we know that we've got the Ahsoka Tano coming out. I really think that they may bring out maybe an Ezra Bridger, maybe the rest of Ghost crew, because Sabine on its own, it's good, but like we want to see the rest of them in many ways. Which one that would come out with Ezra is going to be interesting. The other prediction, we've got Bad Batch Season 2 coming out. It'll be interesting to see if they do a Bad Batch of stormtroopers for mercenaries or even for the rebels, which I like the sounds of. But anyway, that's it for my predictions for Legion. I'm also hoping that Atomic Mass Games does a bit more with Armada next year. Doing Legion for this year has tied me over, and doing Shapeway models has tied me over for the last 2 years, not getting too much in the way of content. Hopefully next year, I plan on purchasing a Quasar class for Armada, and I will be painting that up as the Phoenix Nest. I also plan on doing some more Starship Escapes, some more rubble. Maybe I might purchase some 3D asteroids, debris, and work on that. As well as do a lot more in the way of videos for the game itself, whether out here at my gaming table or at my local gaming club. Either way, that's where I'm up to. That's where I'm hoping to move to. It all depends on how good I've been in saving and doing things. But for now, from Aussie Stern, I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Please stay safe and enjoy this time of year. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas itself, enjoy the fact that we have survived yet another year of COVID, and as a result, all the trials and tribulations that are attributed to the global pandemic, in terms of our travel restrictions, in terms of our inability to purchase certain goods, medical, etc. I just hope next year we see a lot more of each other. So from me, from Aussie Stone, I say, let's finish off 2022 and let's kick it into 2023. So, from me to you, I will see you on the table in 2023. But for now, from Aussie Stone, goodbye.